we can use Google Drawings, images, and links to create an interactive, clickable document that can be used either on a Google site or converted to a PDF. So the first thing we're going to do is begin by going over to our Google Drive. And within our drive, we're going to go to New, More, and we're going to create a drawing. Now, this drawing allows us to customize our colors and our shapes and our fonts, and we can set it up however we want with whatever images we like. I like to start with putting a background image in, and usually it's just a nice square. And then we can customize the colors of the square. I'm going to use the Ossining Burgundy, and that is 862633. And that is our Ossining shade. And then I'm going to just make sure that the image is exactly the size that I want. So I can see there's a little ruler here, and this is about 10 inches across, and would fit on a sheet of paper. So once I have that set up, I'm going to just name this document Clickable Grid. Now I'm going to insert a table. And what this table is going to do is help me judge and set up the boxes of how I'm going to click. We could also make it, much more non-structured with lots of different images in different places. But for this one, we're just going to do a little bit more organized. So I have my grid and I can adjust the sizes. I can move the entire thing up and down. Those red lines help us guide our center points. And I'm going to change the colors of the lines, and I'm going to make them white so they stand out a little bit more, and I'm going to make them bigger so that we can really see the boxes, and it kind of gives us that really grid look. I'm also going to then put a text box in. I'm going to change my font here also, and I'm going to make it white. Let's do Chelsea Market, and I'm going to do Schools of Ossining. And I'm just going to highlight that, make my font much larger, and same thing, I'm going to center it. So now, before we started, I had already pulled up 3 of our schools just to kind of give an idea of how to do this. So I Googled the school and I got an image. We can do this with any image that we're interested in. And I am going to take this picture of Park, and I'm just clicking it and I'm dragging it up. And then I'm going to drop it right into my document. And what I can do here is adjust the size so that it'll fit right in one of these boxes. And if I wanted to put a little information about what it was or what's going on, if this was, a book cover, or if this was topics of study, however I wanted to use it. And I'm just going to put a little text box here. Same thing. I'm going to make it white because I think it'll set it off a little. Park School. And I can highlight that. Again, I'm going to come over and use the same font and center it. All of this is customizable. You can change your fonts, your colors, your shapes, your sizes, your pictures, anything you want. I'm just going to move that into that box so it's very clearly in there. And then I can do the same thing, pull AMD, and I'll drop that in the box down here. Park, Brookside, Claremont, Roosevelt. So if I were doing this, I can put AMD down here. And now I can put any of these images in. Again, this is up to you, whatever types of images you want to put in or content. Again, this is a really cool feature for a website. So if you have some information that you want to share, this is a great way to do it. Now, once you've filled your grid and you have all of your information, the purpose of doing this is to make it an interactive, clickable grid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over to that shape feature. And I'm going to select a box, and I'm going to highlight over the entire piece of Park School here. And now Park School's kind of disappeared, but what I'll do is I'm going to fill it with a transparent filling, and I'm also going to make the lines transparent. So basically what I've just made is a clear box over the image. And what I can do is I can make that box a link. So I'm going to come over to all, and I'm going to just pick the website. Now you can pick YouTube videos. You can pick any link that you want to use here. I'm just going to Control C, copy that link, And now I've got this clear box that's on top of my image. I'm going to hit Control K. And what that does is it turns the image into a link. And I'm going to hit Control V to paste, and I hit Apply. And now what's happened is you can't see it, but that entire box is a link. And what's really nice about doing it this way is that now where we put it or how we interact with it, we can see that it will be a clickable link. So an example of where this was done is on our teacher support site. And this is, again, the same thing, a Google Drawing. And I did the grid and the colors and put the icons in, and the hand goes over, and every one of these boxes is in a clear box over the information. And when I click it, it sends me to that link. So what I did for this was I went to a Google site, and very quickly I'll show you. We can hit New, and you're going to go to More. Sorry about that. New, More, and Google Sites. Or you can put this on an established site like a library site or a Google Class Page site. Once the site is loaded, we can then insert the Google Drawing into this. So I'm going to select from Google Drive, and because we just made that clickable grid, I can find the Schools of Ossining clickable grid that I just made and click Insert. And now what's nice about this as well is that as I update this grid, it will automatically update on the site. So now you can see the sites here, and if you click, it's going to direct you right over to that Lincoln Park School. So you can do this with YouTube videos, you can do it with other websites, you can do it with book synopsises or reviews, and you can put whatever kind of information you want in that Google Drawing. We can also file and we can download this this drawing as a PDF. And what's nice about that is if we make it a PDF, that PDF, the links remain intact. So you can email the image out as a PDF and all of the links will continue to work on that document. So it gives a lot of flexibility in how you use it. So that's how you make an interactive, clickable document or grid within Google Drawings. And then you can either put it on a site or download it as a PDF.